A simple "I love the color of your eyes" is all you need to say. However, compliments don't just need to be focused on appearance. If he's talking about something that he loves, tell him that you admire how passionate he is. You can also compliment his sporting performance or tell him what a great job he did on a class project. Image titled "Get a Guy to Like You" Step 9. 4. Do things together. Finding activities that you can enjoy together can really create a bond between the two of you and allow him to appreciate how fun and interesting you are. Once he sees that you're someone he can share his passions and interests with, he might start to see you as potential relationship material. If he thinks of himself as the next Premier League player, turn up at any football practices you're invited to and cheer him on. If he loves rock climbing, ask him if he can show you how, and make a good faith effort to see why he's so into it. Have an open mind. You can also invite him along to experience some of your interests. For instance, you could bring him along to a dance class or invite him to try out some unusual ethnic cuisine. Discovering that you're a person who can introduce him to new and exciting experiences can be a major attraction for a guy. Image titled "Get a Guy to Like You" Step 10. 5. Find some common interests. Find out what the two of you have in common and exploit it. Shared interests are the foundation of many a successful relationship, so this step should not be overlooked. It doesn't matter what the interest is, it could be as simple as the ability to recite lines from Family Guy episodes or as intense as a fascination with astrophysics, as long as it leads him to see you as a kindred spirit. For example, if you both love a certain kind of music, ask him if he's ever listened to a particular artist and offer to play a CD for him. Or if a mutual favorite band comes to town, invite him to go with you. Image titled "Get a Guy to Like You" Step 11. 6. Get to know his friends. Guys love their friends, so it's essential that any potential girlfriend gets along with them. For this reason, it is extremely worth your time to get to know his friends and let them see you as a cool girl. This will let the guy see how easily you could slip into his life, no complications, no drama. If you can get his friends on your team, that's a major bonus. They will root for you and bring you up around your crush, even when you're not there. This will ensure that you're always on his mind. Be careful though. You don't want to flirt with his friends. This will send conflicting signals and may make you seem like a tease. Part 3. Making the next move. Image titled "Get a Guy to Like You" Step 12. 1. Be flirty. Once the two of you have got to know one another and are frequently hanging out, you can start to kick things up a gear. Show the guy that you're interested in being more than just friends by flirting with him. It might be just the sign he's been waiting for to ask you out. Smile. Make sure to smile whenever you see the guy. This lets him know that you're happy to see him. Even if he's in a group of people, reserve the biggest smile for him. Make eye contact. Making eye contact is an essential flirting technique. One great tip is to look at him from across the room, then once he catches you looking, hold his gaze for a moment before smiling and looking away. He'll be hooked. Make physical contact. Another great flirting technique is to touch the guy in a more than friends kinda way. Lightly brush his arm when you're talking, give him a hug when you greet him, or gently mess his hair when you're joking around. This will give him the "I'm interested" vibe pretty quickly. Image titled "Get a Guy to Like You" Step 13. 2. Text him. If you have his number, if you don't, you should ask for it. You can text him things throughout the day to let him know you're thinking of him. You can send funny or flirty texts, and if he replies with the same, you'll know you're on the right track. For example, if he has a sports game or exam coming up, you could text to wish him good luck. He'll hopefully find this sweet and appreciate the fact that you remembered. However, you should also be sure not to overdo it. Remember the rule: if you send 2 consecutive texts without getting a reply, you should stop texting. It needs to be reciprocal. Image titled "Get a Guy to Like You" Step 14. 3. Invite him to hang out. If the two of you have only been hanging out in group situations or in more formal settings, like school or work, until now, It might be time to invite him somewhere on his own. It doesn't need to be a 3-course dinner in a fancy restaurant, it could be something as simple as coffee or the mall. If he says yes, that's a pretty sure indication that he's interested in you, or at least that he really enjoys your company. Take it as a positive sign and enjoy it. Just try not to let things get awkward, you're just two friends having a good time, right? If he says no, don't freak out too much. He may genuinely have another commitment, or he may just feel too shy around you to hang out one-on-one. Give it some more time, then try again. If he says no a second time, you might have to face the fact that he's not interested. Image titled Get a Guy to Like You Step 15. 4. Tell him you're interested. At the end of the day, there's only so much waiting around and hoping you can do. Sometimes your best bet is to tell the guy straight out that you're interested and ask him if he feels the same. Whatever his response is, at least things will be out in the open and you can either move forward with the relationship or move on. Don't believe the hype about guys having to ask girls out. In reality, guys love strong, confident women who know what they want. In fact, just the fact that you had the courage to ask might be enough to impress the guy and make him say yes. Never get someone else to ask a guy out for you. It is immature and will increase the chances of the guy saying no. Even if you're too shy to ask him to his face, a text message or handwritten note will be much more effective than the send a friend method. Image titled Get a Guy to Like You Step 16. 5. Have patience. These things take time. You can't force someone to like you, and trying to hurry things up can ruin the courtship altogether. Give him some space and don't be obsessive. Let things progress at a natural pace, or fade out of natural causes. Eventually he'll tell you one way or another whether or not he's interested in reciprocating your affection. And if he's not, don't hang around him like a lost puppy. Sometimes you might be incompatible in ways that you don't see, and sometimes a guy just isn't ready for a long-term relationship. If this is the case, don't waste any time in moving on. Don't take rejection too personally. It happens to everyone at one time or another. There are plenty more fish in the sea, and as long as you have confidence in yourself, you know that you're a good catch and the right guy is out there waiting for you. Image titled Get a Guy to Like You Step 17. 6. Take his feelings into account. Finally, but importantly, keep in mind that you cannot control what other people think and do. He may be the object of your interest, but that does not create any obligation that you be an intimate part of his world. Turn the situation around. If there was some random guy who took an interest in you, is there anything that he could do to make you like him? Probably not. The reality is that you will either like him that way, or you won't. You will find him attractive or not. You will find him funny or not. All he can do is try to be the best person he can be, and hope that you agree. The reverse is also true. Be the best person you can be, and let it develop or not from there.